Hello friends, today we are going to Children's Museum Kids Play in Torrington. This morning we had breakfast and got ready, and then we got in the car and started from our home. We reached the Children's Museum and we checked in and we started to play. There was a lot of exhibits there. I went to each one slowly and had so much fun in each one and took my time. This was a gravity exhibit. You have to throw a ball and then it'll spin in circles until it falls in the tiny hole in the middle. This exhibit was based on kinetic energy. You have to stand on the placemats and then the stuff will start to move in circles or they'll spin around. Those are all the things I can do. There's 3 placemats that you can stand on or run on. This exhibit was based on a shopping market. There was a lot of fruits, vegetables, and there was a garden on the side where you could pick out fruits and vegetables. There were also snacks and other foods. My brother was having so much fun picking out the foods that he wanted in this shopping cart, and then he came to the register where I was, and then I helped him check out the things that he bought and he had to pay how much money those foods cost. So this exhibit was based on how light works. There was a lot of holes and you have to press there's like tiny pillar things, and then when you press it on the table in one of the holes, they turn bright. And you can make pictures or other things, or you could just use it for fun. These were magnetic tiles. There was a table full of light. If you could build stuff with it. You could make it 3D or you could make it 2D. You could place them over there and then they'll turn super bright because there was a light table. This exhibit was based on a type of car. There was 2 seats in the front and there was a steering wheel. My brother sat in the front while I went in the back of the pickup truck. In the treehouse, you had to walk up some stairs. There was some tiny obstacle courses. It was safe. There was a slide made with rope. And you could go down, or you could use it kind of like monkey bars. I played hide and seek with my dad and my brother, and they found me. It was fun. There was 2 rooms. There was 3 rooms. One on the bottom was like a cave. The one on the top was like an owl's room with a lot of books. There was another exhibit based on a bank. Over there was a lot of colorful abacus where my brother played there. There was a police car and there was a pretend bank over there. I was pretending to give money to my brother. In the back, there was a place where you can give money for the children's schools. exhibit was based on a restaurant. In this exhibit, there was 3 seats on the outside. There was a door to enter the kitchen. Over there, they had a lot of stuff like a pizza oven, pizza, cake, a tiny cake, chilies, sushi, and a tiny cake, corn, and a lot of other materials like pans, pots. There was a tiny fridge in the back that was kind of hidden. There was a lot of drawers. That's all there was. Next, we went to a musical instrument place. There was a piano. I played on the piano a few songs. There was like a thing where you have to hold like 2 sticks and you have to bang it on this. And then there was another thing where they had like a lot of circle pullers and you have to put it there and it'll make music by your own music. And there was something like you have to press with the hand and then it'll make like a big sound. There was some like bells. Those are what there was. Here, there was like a place and there's like a few games and you have to press on the correct fruits. It was fun there. Like you have to, it was a lot fun for my brother because he learned how to use the shapes, and there was like a lot of stars and you have to press the correct fruit or vegetable. That's what there was over here. There was a lot of games like soccer and you have to press and you have to play like soccer with each other. That's what the games were like. So there was like a rock climbing. It's mostly for babies because you could only climb under the red, but I only climbed like over the red, but you have to climb under the red. Then over here, there was a place where there's a place for scarves and balls. Like if you put a ball in, it'll go super fast around those tubes. If you put a scarf, it'll go super fast around those tubes too. Over here, it was like little polars, and you have to put like a tiny volleyball, and it looks like it's floating in the air like you're doing a magic trick. And there's like a tube where you can control how much air pressure you need to go, how much you want to go in the air. And this exhibit was about the scarf and ball exhibit was about fastness, and this exhibit is about the pressure of air. It was super fun. It was like we were doing a magic trick. It was actually super fun. There were different types of them. My brother did some crafts over there. There was like flowers, and there's here on the tiny table there next to it, there was some types of random shapes like faces or sun. We went to a pizza store called Nicholas Pizza and we ate some pizza. We spent our time there. We ate and then we went back there. There was another exhibit, like a surfing exhibit, and you have to remove your shoes. And there it's like so slippery. You can act like you're skating, and it's actually slippery. Over here, there's a train that you can move by your own self. There's like a thing where you have to keep rotating it, and if you rotate it backwards, it'll go backwards. If you rotate it front, it'll go frontwards. I went fully back, and then I started to go front. It was super fun, but it was also hard to push it front. My arms hurted a lot. My brother sat with me and enjoyed this ride. Next, there was a place over here where there was a lot of toys over there, and you have to put the rocks inside a machine. Over here, there was like a real Volvo excavator that people use, and there's 3 levers, and you have to use cool things, and there's a button on the side to turn it on, and then you have to make the rocks go on the side, and like I told you on the other side, there's like a thing, you have to push it, and then it'll move the rocks back so the rocks don't finish like almost every minute. My brother played with those things, and then he was playing with like a squishy that he found there. Then he went to, there was like a model, 3 Little Pigs house. If you know that story, try to read it. Over here, it was like a teacup set that my brother played with. There was like a lot of there was like a fireplace, there was like a pretend door, and then there was like a basket. There were all those stuff like cups, and there's a teacup. And then over here, there was like a pretend farm where there was a pig, and there was and over here, like I showed you on the another Volvo thing, there's another Volvo thing over here where it's like you have to pick up tiny blocks. You have to pick up tiny blocks with like a tiny excavator thing, and it was so fun. Over here, there was a model of a road roller, and you could steer it. Over here, there was like a Connect 4, if you know that game. Yeah, we played over there. Then over here, there was like a tiny excavator where you can ride it, and then you can ride it with your feet, and it's like a push wheel toy. And then you could, if you pull it up, you can use it as an excavator. My brother played on it too. It was fun and exactly the correct size for him. He had fun over there inside that toy. There was a carpet there. And over here, there was like a car wash place where you had to fill in the gas. Over here, near the side, there was like a place where you have to build a Lego car, and then you can race your friends or your family. Yeah, it was fun. I raced my brother, and my brother and my dad raced, and my dad won. There was over here, there was like a boat, and there was like surfing boards. It was fun on the surfing board. There was like an ice cream place where I give ice cream, and over here there was a sand table where I built 2 sand castles, and I had so much fun. Me and my brother knocked it down. It was fun playing there. There was like a tiny board over there where if you stand on it, and behind the tunnel, and over there it will show like a cool water thing or like jelly or something. There's a tunnel inside. It looks like you're actually in a real sea. There was like a boat over there, and then you can like sit over there, and you can use a steering wheel, and you can steer. Those were the things in the surfboard area. Next, there was like the stage where there was like a lot of type of costumes, and there's face masks. Me and my brother did a dance. Over here, we came back over here, and then my brother was playing there. Over here, back over there was a craft area where kids could do crafts. They could do like whatever they want. Like there was crayons, there was glue sticks, there was color pencils, there was scissors, there were paper, there were hole punchers. Those were like a lot of things that you could make, like crafts. Those were all the things that you can make. Thanks everybody for watching my video. Hope you love it.